Hello everyone, it is Charlie with Mountain Man Digital, and I am excited as all heck to scroll through my entire presentation before we even get started here. Let me get back to the first slide. I am excited as heck to show you guys the 5 steps you need to take to reorganize your website and dominate Google in 2021. Now, this is for chiropractors only. This is a specific set of rules that you chiropractors can follow to make your practice grow with the free traffic that Google can give you. All right, so this is for chiropractors who have been spending on Facebook ads, Google ads, or anything else with little to no results. And I know that that's a lot of you guys, okay? This is for docs who have a digital marketing process built out that's succeeding, but you know that there's more out there. You know you're missing some secret pieces that you could put in place to be doing what the 1% are doing out here. You know, getting hundreds of leads that are very qualified and really growing your business rapidly. This is also for new docs, though, that are looking to learn the ropes of presenting your business online professionally, okay? And there are some rules that are going to cut across all industries, all business types, etc. And those are all in here. So if you are brand new and you're looking to really get a good foundation so that you start to get leads organically, this is definitely for you. Be sure to stick around. And this is also for chiros with a huge site that used to do well but have experienced a recent drop in traffic, thereby hurting sales and revenue. And I know from the changes that Google has made just this year and a little bit in December of last year that there's a good amount of you out there. There's a good amount of you docs here who have had sites that were bringing in 100 new patients a week, you know, and now all of a sudden it's 20, or maybe it's none at all. And I'm going to cover exactly why that is and the steps you can take to fix that problem. Okay, so in the next 45 minutes, I'm going to show you how to run these simple free tests on your current website to see what's wrong and know how to fix it, or who to call. Sometimes you just got to send an email to your developer and they'll go, oh man, I didn't notice that was broken. Let's get it fixed. I'm going to show you the major changes to Google's search program that will affect those already on the front page the most, and how underdogs and newbies can snatch up that traffic. I'm going to show you guys as well how we at Mountain Man Digital generate serious business using organic search in weeks, not months, using SEO exclusively. I'm going to show you how to look at what your site has been doing or not doing for you in the past 12 months, and how to find big opportunities in your area no matter how competitive it is. I'm going to show you why SEO is the foundation of making money, real money online. I don't care what Gary Vee tells you, SEO is the foundation. Basically, I'm going to cover everything you need to know so that you can have a website that consistently generates new patients, so you can get back to doing what you want to do, making people feel better. So there are some house rules for today's webinar. I do not want you guys to think that this is some type of get-rich-quick scheme that's going to drive 1 million patients into your business and let you buy a yacht. Okay, this is not just a click a button and make money system. It's not just like a secret link building scheme. That's black hat SEO. That'll get your site banned and de-indexed from Google. You must be ready to learn new concepts, reject principles you may have learned are the norm for years, and ignore what everyone else is doing. That's why they're not successful, especially in SEO. So, does this sound like you? Have you had a few successes online before, but you can't seem to figure out how to make it repeatable? Is your main or only source of new patients referrals? Are you sick of digital marketers who don't actually get you any results, but still cost you thousands? I know I am. Do you see other people in your industry making big money and have a constant supply of new patients, and you just don't understand how they crack the code? Do you spend your nights and weekends trying to find new paths to grow your practice, but feel like you're wasting your time? Do you feel like you're stuck on a treadmill that only allows so many patients, and you know you're missing something? I know a lot of my clients say that they feel like there's an invisible ceiling on the amount of the money that they can make each month. And you just can't seem to crack it, okay? And the real problem here, guys, is that you're shouting and not listening, okay? When you move to the new model and you start to actually pay attention to what the internet is doing in regards to your business, you will have a constant stream of phone calls coming in for free week after week. Your new patient flow will no longer be inconsistent and completely reliant on referrals. Referral business will grow exponentially as well, though, and paid advertising results will multiply. The invisible ceiling disappears, and you don't have to do more stuff to break it. Okay, you'll have a proven, repeatable business model that can be scaled up however you wish. Associate doc, offering more services, another location, whatever it might be. Okay, so to give you a little bit of background on me and how I know this stuff, I'm one of the best local SEOs in the US. I have 100 plus clients worldwide in multiple industries, mostly healthcare, but also automotive, contracting, and several others. I travel nationwide with my 4 cats and my dog and my family, my wife and daughter, of course. And I spend a lot of time outside. That's where the name comes from. Mountain biking, hiking, and camping with my family. This is actually an older picture of me. Right now we are in St. Augustine, Florida. But I'm not just one of those guru types that sings their own praises. So here's one of my client case studies. So this is Lauren Hendricks, and she went from literally no business to dominating a new location near her office. And she's the owner of Inner Strength Chiropractic, and her practice was stuck, not getting any new patients, right? She had a website that wasn't doing anything for her. She now gets over 100 new patients each month off that site for free. And she stopped all other advertising just to keep up with the new patient load. The 100 new patients per month is predictable and expected, okay? This is Kevin Sakers. He's from Pro Value Landscaping. And he has a business that when I met him, he was stuck as a one-man show, just mowing lawns and plowing. And now he's struggling to keep enough guys working to keep up with all the work that he has. This transformation happened within the second month of him working with me. And now Kevin's looking to sell his landscaping business and retire at 50. Eric here, he was a great story. He tripled his new patients, I think in May of 2020. And he's the owner of Triforce Chiropractic, one-man show, fresh out of chiropractic school. And now he sees month-over-month growth, all from organic traffic. And I'm sure that in no time he'll be one of my most successful clients. And I mean, that's just the start of it, guys. In the past 5 years that I've been doing digital marketing, I've helped more than 100 small businesses build repeatable, organic marketing systems using simple principles. So you're probably thinking, that's great, but how can you do that for me? Well, there's 5 steps you'll need to take to build a marketing system for your practice just like this one, okay? So this is where you're gonna really wanna start to take notes, and these steps are not skippable, they're not jump overable. You got to pay attention and get them done. Step 1 is to look at where your site, where your online business image is now, okay? So it's amazing to me how many docs I talk to in a year and how many of them haven't even looked at their site in quite some time. So take the time to look at your current website, okay? This is one of the easiest things you can do. Go to your site and imagine yourself as a new potential patient. What does the site look like to you? Do you feel like you can hang out there, learn a little bit more about the doctor without having the site's usability, right? How well it works for you, just drive you crazy, right? Is it easy to load? Is it easy to click around? These are all really important things. If it doesn't work well for the user, right? The person who's going to end up on your site and hopefully call you after, they're never going to get to the call you after part, right? They're going to do what's called bounce. They're going to leave the site before they buy anything, before they click on anything, okay? That's not good. That doesn't help anybody. So you want to make sure that when you go to your site, it does everything you need to. If it doesn't, we'll cover that soon. After you do that, run your site through some SEO checkers, okay? These are my 3 favorites. The first 2 are free. Third one's paid, but it's not that much. If you're just going to use it for your site, you can sign up for the $7 for 7 days package and then just cancel that before the 7 days so you don't get charged again. But Google PageSpeed Insights is going to show you how Google perceives your site's ability to present for people. Okay? It's one of the most powerful tools in the SEO's toolbox because it allows you to see what Google thinks of your website. Okay? It's one of the only places that Google will give you a straight shot as to what you need to do to make the site work better. So that's one of the easiest things to check because not only will it give you a bunch of information about how well or poorly your site is running, but it will give you directions on how to fix it as well. Okay, very, very powerful tool. If you're wondering how to get there, literally Google PageSpeed Insights. Spyfu.com is also a great tool because you can type in your website domain on there for free, and it will show you the past 12 months of traffic. Organic traffic that your site's gotten from Google. And this can tell you all sorts of stuff, right? Because they'll also have on there who your competitors are, what keywords they're ranking for, keywords you could rank for, ones that you might already be ranked for on the front page you didn't even know about. All sorts of really good information like that will be on the Spyfu report when you run it. And that is a great starting point, right? Just those two. If you're really going to get serious, and you want to actually get your site to rank as fast as possible, you should definitely get Ahrefs as well, even if it's just for the 7 days, okay? Then follow the steps in this guide here and use the data there to really catapult your website up to the next level. After all this, do some competition research, okay? So go on Google and type in your pie in the sky keywords, chiropractor near me, chiropractor city state, back pain relief near me, lower back pain relief near me, things like that. Massage therapist near me is a great one to rank for as a chiropractor, even if you don't have a massage therapist there, right? People looking for massage therapists are still looking for back pain relief in general. So it's a really good thing to type in there. And finally, Google yourself. Okay? What comes up right now when you Google your name? Dr. Jones, DC. Okay, that's an important thing to look at. The next step is to find the low-hanging fruit, okay? So now that you've gotten all this information, you've gotten a feel for exactly what your website is doing now, right? And the Spyfu report and Ahrefs probably even gave you some insight into places where, gosh, it'd be nice if I was on the front page there. I bet there's not too much work I need to do. Then you can definitely start to jump forward with your business. And to give you a better idea what I mean here, here's my client Jimmy, okay? It's not really his name, but he has a growing chiropractic business, right? He posts content on his website, Facebook, Instagram, etc. And he gets patients off the internet, but it's not consistent. He's not sure what's missing, right? And he's hired gurus or digital marketers before, and he's gotten new patients. But when he did the math out and sat down with a calculator at the end of the month, he noticed he was basically working for free on these new patients. And the patients that did come in weren't interested in continuing care, or they only stayed for the free, basically, treatments, okay? And here's the difference, right? My clients here at Mountain Man Digital, we have a consistent stream of phone calls from simple tweaks. We track the page rank on current keywords and make sure that content breaks us into the new keywords that we want. We use social media, Google My Business, and SEO in concert to get maximum business for minimum input. All right, and we look for places where competition has stopped spending or is doing a bad job, and then we look to attack those areas specifically. Okay, and there's a constant opportunity here during the pandemic. This is one of the biggest things, I think, for you guys who are fair to middling, really looking to grow, or for those of you who have big sites that have dropped off. Okay, two of the main reasons why those things are happening is because, one, fair to middling guys, you're going to notice if you start to look at your pie in the sky keywords right now, they're a little bit easier to get to if you've done this stuff before. All right, probably a lot easier because the big guys, right, have either experienced such a big SEO loss that they can't afford to spend on ads right now, or just COVID in general's hit them so hard that they can't afford to spend right now, right? And for you big guys who are right in that area that I'm talking about, one of the main reasons why this happened is because your site is not a resource, okay? And that's going to tie into number 3 here, which is constant content, okay? All of my best clients are making a constant stream of content that helps their patients understand who they are. This is more important than you can imagine. There's nothing more important than making your website be a place that people actually want to use to help themselves get healthier. Okay? As a chiropractor, I know 99.999% of you guys, really all of you, you want to make people feel better. That's why you became a chiropractor. The stories I hear from you guys are always so inspirational. You know, I could barely walk. A chiropractor helped me. I had to get into the profession. Here I am. You know, is a very common type of thing to hear. You know, terrible, debilitating injuries, etc. And so to bring that back to your website, it might sound funny, but imagine if you could disseminate knowledge to folks that would make them feel better instantly. You know, exercises, special treatments. This is actually all that's wrong with you, right? Is a really big one. You know, things like that are just so powerful. And what I mean by that third one is, like, for instance, with me, I've had terrible upper back pain for some time. And for whatever reason, I felt like I couldn't quite take a full breath. And I was watching a YouTube video the other day, and it showed some shoulder mobility exercises and tests. And I was like, oh, I have almost no shoulder mobility. So then I started to do the stretches, and my shoulders opened up and my back dropped into place, and I could take a full breath again, and I felt so much better. You know, and I'm not a sedentary guy. I'm running around, I'm exercising, so it was crazy to me how just that little bit of knowledge, like, changed my month, like, just made things so much better in my life, right? And you guys can share that information too. You have it. You just need to learn how to package it up and give it out to the greater search engines and social media. So as I said here, it helps generate interest on social media, and it helps Google helps Google to know who you are and what you do. That's called indexing, okay? This is the layman's terms version of what indexing is, right? That's Google using an algorithm to read your content to figure out who you are and what you do, okay? So very, very important. I don't know why this says this up here, but this is another testimonial from one of my clients. Hey, Charlie, I'm not sure what's changed, but if it's anything on the SEO stuff you've been doing, it's amazing. I've had a huge influx of patients from a little farther away than I usually see, and I am booked out for new patient appointments for 3 weeks. Just wanted you to know, because if you've made any changes, it's definitely working. I don't know what else it could be. Thanks so much, Lauren. And this client here is successful at sending a constant stream of income, a constant stream of content, okay? She's constantly posting stuff on Facebook. She has blog posts, and then we turn the right knobs to give her more business, and it works like gangbusters. Number 4, you guys need to be tracking everything, okay? Set up tracking on your site today. If you know that you're starting to get a little traffic to your site, you can double down on that one small thing that's working. Even some of my most unhappy clients are getting results and just not where they might want it to be, okay? And you can't know that unless you're tracking it, all right? So for instance, here's a client of mine, and he was saying to me, Charlie, I'm not getting phone calls, I'm not sure what's going on. And I was like, okay, but we have like a top 1% performing site here, right? And he started with us in September. And as you can see, we've basically increased his site traffic by almost 8 times, right? By over 800%. And even though we've done that, we're not getting him the right type of leads yet. And the biggest reason why actually comes right back to constant content, okay? We need different content so that Google can index him for the right keywords, all right? So the type of tracking that you want to use to make sure that you set up your website so that it can really, really take off are these 3 items here, okay? If you go to each of these sites, they will show you exactly how to set it up on your personal website. So you need to have your Google Tag Manager and then install the Google Analytics and your Facebook Pixel inside of this here Tag Manager. I could spend an hour and a half talking about this, but I don't think it's going to be that useful. So we're going to move right on to number 5, which is repeat what works and throw gas on the fire. All right, I have clients come to me at least weekly and say they've almost cracked Facebook ads or Google ads is going to do it soon, but their site doesn't send them any traffic organically. How can you be sure your offer is even working if your phone isn't already ringing from organic business? Okay? If you're trying a special offer on Facebook ads, it should be on your site. And your site should be bringing you business already from that offer. If the offer is broken, it doesn't matter where you put it, it won't bring you the business you need. Once you do have a complete website that works like it should though, then you launch your ads campaign because then you know your offer works. And the great thing is that they perform markedly better. Seeing a 100 to 300% increase in business is very common when you use this type of structure. Build foundations, then ratchet up. Okay? So are you guys ready to utilize your website as a true free lead source for your practice? Can you handle the paradigm shift to building your site into a true patient resource? If that's you, then I want to help you jumpstart your new website, okay? Now, you have to realize that your site isn't giving you any feedback on how your business is actually doing, okay? Are you getting patients or not right now? You simply don't know. The patients you have gotten from your site right now are unrepeatable and will remain this way until you have a true system put in place that drives patients to you week after week for free. So I'm looking to take on 5 more clients this month, and if you've made it this far, this program is probably for you. All right, don't spend another year just getting by with your current website when it could be the biggest money-making asset you have in your practice. If you're ready to spend some serious time on making content or working with me directly to help you make great content, no whiners please, then this is for you. If you're sick of getting no business from your site and you're ready to make a change, this is for you. All right, so if you do want to learn more, I will show you guys the day-by-day workflow we'll use to get your site from underperforming and weak to a true traffic powerhouse. I'll give you the exact action steps we'll both take to make sure the site build is a success. You'll also receive your own client portal, a place to hold the project site as we build it, and place to hold all the content that you'll share with me. You'll also hold all of your reporting to show the progress that we've made. Now to get started, we'll do what's called a strategy session. So I'm going to go over your current digital marketing in detail, get a feel for what's working and what's not, and give you all the free advice I can. Actionable things you and your team can do today to get the needle moving in the right direction. And then I'll show you how a site from Mountain Man Digital will easily 10x what you can do on your own in half the time. Then we'll develop your client portal, get the content together for your new site, and start developing. Your site will be completed at its own staging site, so yoursite.mountainmandigital.com, before it is ever seen by the public. And when it's complete, we'll flip the switch and bring your site live to your current domain name. We'll also optimize your Google My Business listings, which is a real secret weapon for 10xing business. And we'll work with you over the coming months to make sure your site is gaining traffic and that calls are coming in. Now, I'm going to tell you, you must invest in a quality website if you want to compete in the competitive healthcare space, okay? Now, here's a good example that I like to use for stuff like this. What I always say to my clients is, I'm just the car mechanic, right? And you guys have to fly it. You guys have to have some guidance. You have to have a co-pilot. You got to have a mechanic. I'm the co-pilot and I'm the mechanic. You know, because if you wanted to go to the Cayman Islands, would you charter a plane, get behind the controls with no training, no map, and no co-pilot? Well, then why would you try to build a website by yourself when it's not your area of expertise? You at least want a co-pilot there to help you maybe land the thing, right? And I've already made all the mistakes, had all the problems, and have found solutions to all of them. And believe me when I say there is a shortcut and an easier way to making a good website, right? It's getting it built by someone who has actually gotten Chiro's results before. Now, you basically have two options at this point. You can go it alone and spend tens of thousands, possibly hundreds of thousands figuring it out, getting frustrated and wasting 3 to 10 years of your life. Or you can let a pro install a proven system and then let you reap the benefits. Now, if you're smart and go with option 2 and decide to work with me, here's what you're in for in terms of results and speed, okay? So within the first week, we'll have your site staged and we'll be developing your site in real time, okay? You can actually watch us build it from the client portal. Within the second week, we have your site built and are mobile optimizing it, right? And once again, you can watch that in the client portal. You can see how the site will begin to look great on a cell phone as well. Within the third week, we'll be getting ready to do a review with you and then get ready to bring the site live. Within the fourth week, you'll have a complete site that is live and you'll start getting calls in a few days for new patients. And that's just the first month, okay? So if this sounds like you and you're ready to get a real asset that drives in patients, let's get on a call. We'll talk for roughly 30 minutes and I will map out an exact action plan for you to follow so that you can see great result from this website in weeks, not months. So this is only for chiros who aren't afraid of getting out of their comfort zone and want to work for their dreams. Okay? This is for chiros that don't care how everyone else does it and love helping others and value results above everything else. Okay? You have to understand you're going to have some skin in the game, and you can't be afraid of getting in front of a camera, making some content, and doing something new. It is the most important part of all of this. Okay? So if you guys are ready, you want to jump in, you want to learn more from me, click this link here. It's bit.ly/talkwithcharlie. Okay, and then also the button below the video here will send you to it as well. So I will get hundreds of views on this video in the first 48 hours. I'm only looking for 5 clients for this month. So please apply on my calendar ASAP or you may miss your chance. Once again, if you want to schedule a call with me, get started on a website to grow your business exponentially, bit.ly/talkwithcharlie. I'll hear from you guys soon.